Hi, my curious learners. So, you are back with me, your grammar buddy, at your favorite learning platform, Learn Forward. And we are going to continue our grammar journey with your book, The Grammar Hub by Feathercaps for grade 5. And we are going to start chapter 2 of your book, The Noun. I hope you know a lot about noun. So, anything new we'll be learning? Let's see. Yes. Countable nouns are the nouns that you can count. What is count? All of you know counting. So if you can count something, I just ask all of you to tell me how many pens do you get in your kit every day. Right? So you'll be counting them, you can count them. Okay, tell me how many chairs are vacant in your class today. So you'll start counting them. So this is countable. But if I ask you, count water in your bottle, can you all count water? No, you cannot. So something that you can count is countable. What you cannot count is uncountable. And remember, students, here you must know what is the difference between uncountables and innumerable. What is the difference between uncountable and innumerable? Innumerable means which is too much in number. The counting will never end, right? And uncountable means something that you cannot count. What's the difference? Let's try to understand. If I ask you, how many stars do you see in the sky? Can you count them? No, you cannot count them. Why can't you count them? It's not that they are uncountable. You cannot count them because there are so many in the sky. And you don't have a way to just reach out to them and mark them. I have counted these. If you start counting the stars in the sky, you'll forget which one you have counted, which one you don't have. Right? So, the stars are innumerable. If any one of you have used the stickers of the stars on the ceiling of your room, bedroom, so even if you try to count them, you just forget, oh, did I count this? And you slip it out. But if you just reach out to the ceiling and you mark them, you'll be able to count them or not? Yes, so you can say that there are 30 stars, there are 35 stars here on the ceiling. Right? So that way, there is a difference between uncountable and innumerable. And why is water uncountable? You cannot count water. I will say, ma'am, I drink 5 glasses of water every day. But what are you counting? Are you counting water? No, you are counting the glasses. And yes, of course, glass is something which is countable. I have a glass of milk. I have 4 glasses of milk. So what you are counting are the glasses. That is not milk. That is not water you are counting. So this is the difference between countable and uncountable. You can count the glasses of milk. You can count the mugs of water. You can count it in liters. How many liters? Right? You can count the drops. But you cannot count water as such. You cannot count rice. What you count is the grains of rice. You are not counting rice. So that is uncountable. Hope you have understood this. Okay, let's see what's there in store for you. Countable and uncountable nouns. I have already explained a lot on this. Countable nouns are that you can count. Like boy, boys, elephant, question, shirt. And what do you have to know is because you can count them, you can tell whether it is one or many. So if you can tell one or many, you can make singular and plural also. So this is why we must know countable and uncountable to know whether we can have the plural form or not. But for uncountable nouns, you cannot count them. And so you cannot make its plural. The plural of milk cannot be milks. The plural of water cannot be waters. Right? So uncountable nouns do not have any plural form. Like water, sugar, fire, money, milk. No, dear, money is not countable. Money includes so many things. When you count, You count the currency, you count the rupees in your wallet, in your piggy bank. What you say is, I've got 100 rupees in my pocket today. You don't say, I have 100 money, right? So money includes other things also. Money is not countable. It is rupees, it is paisa, it is the currency that is countable. Remember this, please. Now, what are the rules for countable and uncountable nouns? One more thing you have to remember is, I've already told you that when we are talking about one, when we are talking about singular noun, we use a, and before them. The, of course, can be used with singular also, with plural also. That will be learning with the topic articles a and the. So, we use a and the with countable nouns. Now, words such as many, few, every, these are all used with countable nouns. And in case of uncountable, what do you use for many? You use much. In place of few, what do you use? You use little. Right? So, you have to remember these words. Uncountable nouns, they have only singular form, like I said, milk, milks, no word. Water, waters, no word. Rice, rices, no word. So they are uncountable. So you can make a point from this also. If you just try to make plural, it's not happening. You have never heard and it's not there even. So it's uncountable. Now next is, we don't use a or an with uncountables, remember, because we cannot count them. A and an means one. An apple means one apple. A boy means one boy. So, a, an will be used only with countable singular nouns, right? With uncountable nouns, we use words such as much, some, any to talk about their quantity, and it's not countable. Now, what you have to remember is, some nouns, they can be both countable as well as uncountable. Like the example given here is iron. So, iron can be the thing that used for ironing clothes, that is countable. I have one iron. The shopkeeper sold 10 irons today, right? So, that is countable. But when I say this table is made of iron, that is a material noun. See, the word is same, but it matters how is it being used. What matters is this. If you are using it as countable, it will be singular plural. If you are using it as uncountable, like the material iron, so it will be uncountable, right? So you have to remember this. Now underline the noun in each sentence and write whether it is countable or uncountable. Let's do this. So what are the nouns here? Let's first underline. Box. Next. Yes. And in the next sentence, who is going to tell me? Oh, yes, teeth. Good. Let's move to the next. There is a plenty of grass here. Can we count grass? No. So, although it is a noun, now we also need to check whether these are countable or uncountable. So, can we count both of them? I'll write C here. So, you can write here like countables or uncountable. Yes, teeth are also countable. How many teeth do you have? Still have 20. Some of you might be having. Okay, varies from 20 to 32 till the time you grow up. There is a plenty of grass. It's uncountable. Very good. These two, already we are saying two, they are countable. So this is countable. This is uncountable, right? She drank one whole bottle of water. Yes, bottle is countable, but water is uncountable, right? Good. Please buy 2 kilos of sugar. Yes, that means you have understood. You can count kilos. How many kilos? So this is countable, but sugar is uncountable. Good. And what do you count then? You count the grains of sugar. So for plural and singular, we have grain and grains. Very good, students. So let's quickly recall what we have learned in lesson 2. It is about singular and plural. When we talk about one, that is singular noun. When we talk about two or more than two, that means more than one we are talking of, that is plural. And then we learned about the rules to change singular and plural. We have already revised them all in the beginning of this part. Then we have countable nouns that we can count. So are the stars uncountable? No, they are not. And what about uncountable nouns? That you cannot count. So can you make plural of uncountable nouns? No, you cannot. Okay, so I hope you have understood all this now. Enjoying your learning? Very good, students. Happy to see you cheerful in the sessions. It's time to do the exercises now. Let's move ahead. Yes, tick the correct answer. Nouns ending in a hissing sound, so that's a magical ending sound, form their plural by adding? Yes, it's es. Which of the following nouns is always used in the singular number? Child is children. Foot is feet. Ox, I told you, is an exceptional word. What's the plural of ox? Yes, you are there. It's oxen. So this information is only used as singular number. The plural of mother-in-law. So what word is this? What noun is this? It's a compound noun. And there will be changing only the one main word, that is mother into mothers. So what it becomes? Yes, the first correct one. Mothers-in-law. We will not change both of them, will not use apostrophe and will not use s with the last word. So main word is mother, will change that into plural. Good. To which of the following es will be added to form its plural? And you remember the rule of es, the magical ending sounds? Yes, it's the his class. So this sound, so this will have es at the end. Now coming to next exercise, fill in the blanks, either singular or plural of nouns given in the brackets. So we'll just be careful whether it will take singular form, or if it needs plural, we'll first change it into plural. The pond has got, see, I'm talking about many. So it will be plural. So it has got many mosquitoes. It's the magical ending sound. So es will be added. We need to buy a few. A few means some. They are countable, but it's not one, right? So we'll be using plural again. Loaf. The plural of loaf is? Yes, good. So it is loaves. Next, my dash doesn't have old dash. My family is one. So my family doesn't have old, and you know the belief is not one. There are many beliefs we follow. So the plural will be used here, that my family doesn't have old beliefs, but belief is an exception of fe ending words where we add only s to make it plural. Now 10,000 has 4 zeros, so it will be plural here. A herd of, the plural of deer is also deer, so we will use it like that only. Frightened that, because we are talking about plural, so do you mean it will be plural? No. See what's written here, that, and that is used for singular only. So we will use tiger also in singular, will not say tigers. So you have to be very careful. Next, when the dash is away, we are using is. So it will be cat in singular. When the cat is away, the mouse play freely. We are not using s here in present tense, simple present tense. That means we are talking about the plural subject. Do you remember the verbs you have done in previous classes? When you talk about singular subject, you add s to the verb. When you talk about plural subject, you do not add s to the verb. So here you see s is not added to the verb. So we'll use the plural form, that is mice. Understood? So you have to remember, take care of many things, students. Now we'll quickly do this exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the nouns given in the brackets. Here also you will have to remember and be very careful whether to use singular or plural nouns. It was getting dark. The dash were flying. So it's used for plural. It will be the birds were flying round the tree. Do you see there is only one tree in this picture? So we will use tree. Looking for is used for, I told you, singular only. So looking for a place to spend the night is one. Once settled on the, did they all settle on one branch only? No, they settled on different branches. So once settled on the branches, they became invisible. Their bodies, because we are talking about the bodies of many birds, their bodies merging with the green leaves, of course, of the tree. It's in plural, so many leaves. Let's go ahead. Below them, the dust. It's not countable. Smoke is also not countable. So below them, the dust and smoke of what? Of the city. Because of the moving traffic, filled the air again is not plural. It is uncountable. Filled the air. Now, there were so many vehicles that rode past. So, we'll be using plural of vehicle. Vehicles rolled past. Why are you using the word road here? Zoom, zoom, zoom. They keep moving so fast. Like, it's like the roaring of lion. It's so loud, it's compared to the roaring of lion. Rolled past, blaring their horns. So they keep blowing their horns also. But like the child, you'll use singular or plural, depends here. We are talking about child who have. And have is used with singular or plural? Yes, it's used with plural. You have learned in verbs earlier. So, we'll be using the plural of child. But like the children who have gone to sleep, the birds, we are talking about plural birds. The birds rested quietly. Yes, two eyes for each of the birds. Eyes shut. Their feathers unmoving because they have slept by then. Got it? Any doubt? That's good. So, hope you are learning well, understood everything. Keep watching. We'll be seeing you in the next upcoming videos with the new chapters. Till then, happy learning.